Hi, my name is Israel Solomon, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm just going to be talking to you while I'm working and sort of explaining to you what it is that I'm doing and thinking. Um, in front of me, I have this imaginary still life that I created. Um, this is part of a series of paintings that I've been working on over the past month or so for a show that I've got coming up, a solo show titled Oasis. And this piece is a fairly large sized piece. It's sized 3 foot by 4 foot. And I've got a second piece that I've already completed with the same exact size. Um, the image is imaginary. It's an imaginary still life where I put these bowls, these vases, and these pictures all together to create a composition. And, I imagine a light source, and then I bend and I play with the light and the composition to ensure that the painting feels balanced. So um, I'm I'm inspired by a lot of different things. One of my biggest inspirations is hip hop music. I've been into hip hop since I was a kid, growing up and listening to all kinds of different things, and that love for hip hop has stayed with me up until now, and I think it will always stay with me. So the reason I say that is because if you look closely, for all of you Wu-Tang Clan fans, which is one of my favorite groups, the pots, the bowls, the pitchers, and the vases are in the shape of a W for that Wu-Tang logo. And that's just my little, respects paid to the group in my own little way. It's almost like a hidden ideal, or a little Easter egg, I guess you could say, in this particular painting. I doubt that the average person is going to look at this painting and say, "Oh, that's a Wu Tang W," but I'm sure there might be one or two people who might see it or be like, "Oh, is that the Wu Tang W there?" So I'm inspired by a lot of different things, and I think that it's important to draw from things that you're inspired by, and then to create your own from it. So me being inspired by the Wu Tang Clan, this is a way to express that without saying, "Oh well, I like Wu Tang, so I'm gonna paint a picture of Old Dirty, or I'm gonna paint a picture of Jizza." Like that's cool, but I like to think outside the box and think creatively in my own ways. So I'm just saying, allow yourself to be inspired and allow your creativity to flow through you, and think outside of the box, and don't be afraid to be yourself. As I'm working here on this painting, what I'm doing is I'm mostly using a cadmium red medium, um, and I'm enriching some of the red areas and orange areas and some of the darker blue areas with that cadmium red medium, and I'm layering the color. So I like to layer a lot because I feel like when you layer color, um, you can see the previous layer of the color underneath, and it allows for a vibration, and it allows for depth as you layer on top of one another with those colors. I'm putting red right now onto the canvas, into that green and blue corner in the back, and that's going to create a really rich and deep vibration when it's dried. I found that with oil paints, when you lay the oil down, it has one look, and then when you allow that oil to dry, it has another look, and it really helps to define the colors that you're using. It'll darken darker colors, and sometimes it feels like it can even brighten some of the more bright areas on your canvas, depending upon what colors that you're using. So experiment. Don't be afraid to try different things. Don't be afraid to fail, because that's part of the learning process of creating and making artwork. You're not going to always get things right. You're not going to always succeed. But if you allow yourself to experiment and try new things, you're going to learn and it's going to make you better. So I would encourage you to do that while you're working. So I'm still using that cadmium red medium. I think at this point I added a little bit of ultramarine blue into the mixture to create like a more burgundy purple. It's mostly cadmium red medium with just a little bit of ultramarine blue, and that's why that burgundy color is coming through as opposed to maybe just like a more balanced purple or lavender. So another thing to do is learn how to mix your colors, learn how colors work together, and learn what you need to achieve the exact color that you're looking for. All right. Well, I appreciate you watching me. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great one. Peace.